Watch 1226 on your side, wherever you go. From the station that's on your side, this is News 12, first at 5.
A scene similar to the one we saw following the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Why security is ramping up in D.C. today. And vaccine clinics are popping up across the two states as both sides of the river prepare to expand eligibility. But first, thanks to vaccine clinics like those, local health experts are beginning to show some optimism about managing COVID spread in our area. Locally, cases are heading in the right direction. Our Wrdw spoke to AU's chief of infectious diseases. He believes our community could reach herd immunity as early as next month.
Dr. Jose Vasquez says he's more optimistic than he's ever been since the start of the pandemic about our future. He says COVID-19 cases here at the hospital have dropped dramatically. AU Health says in the past 2 months, hospitalizations have dropped by 75%. As of this morning, Dr. Vasquez says there's only 12 to 13 active COVID patients in-house, with about 20 more who have been there so long they're no longer infectious. Plus, the bulk of their admissions were those in long-term care or nursing homes. Now 90% of those people are vaccinated. Dr. Vasquez believes the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is another catalyst pushing us towards normalcy quickly.
It's possible that by May we could hit herd immunity or close to herd immunity. We've definitely seen a drop within the healthcare population, a significant drop in COVID infections.
Dr. Vasquez says if you want to get rid of this mask, then you need to go and get the vaccine. But how do variants impact this whole timeline? We'll have more ahead on News 12 at 6 o'clock. Reporting in Augusta, Wrdw on your side.
Yeah, we'd love to lose the mask. Thanks for that update, Brady. We can see the evidence of the vaccine efforts when you look at clinics available in our area. Just today, 5 vaccine clinics, all of them in South Carolina. AU Health, University Hospital, Aiken Regional, MUSC, and DHEC all hosting clinics to get people vaccinated today. Wrapping up just a few minutes ago, the Aiken Regional Clinic at USC Aiken. It served the community today with walk-in vaccinations. They've been doing that for the past 2 days.
Today the turnout has been much better. Yesterday it rained in the morning, and besides that, we did have fewer people than we wanted yesterday. But today the turnout has been nice.
Good to see that. Coming up in half an hour, we'll give you a look at upcoming clinics in Augusta tomorrow. Despite more clinics, Georgia is still one of the worst states by numbers for vaccinations. The CDC says out of the 3 million doses delivered, only 2 million have made it into arms. But Governor Brian Kemp says those numbers don't tell the whole story. He's pointing out the state has 60% of people over the age of 65 vaccinated. The national average, just 49%. The CDC's numbers include doses delivered to private providers, and Governor Kemp says they're the ones holding back thousands of doses. Still, health experts believe a lot of the problem lies with states not efficiently using the whole supply. And while vaccinating seniors is important, they say other populations are important too. It was a chilly start to the morning today, but boy, talk about a difference between the kids waiting on the bus to go to school this morning and then on the ride home this afternoon, Riley.
100%, Meredith. It is all thanks to some fairly dry air in place. Dry air heats up very quickly, but also cools off very quickly as well. So something we usually see around the springtime. But this afternoon is beautiful. Looking at Wrightsboro Road, North Leg Road, we're currently in the low 70s inside Bobby Jones, and actually most locations along or south of I-20 are enjoying the 70s out there this afternoon. Another beautiful day for us, and we're actually expecting dry weather to stick around for the next 7 days. Very little rain in that 7-day forecast for us. Here's a look at those temperatures across the viewing area. Everybody at least at 70 now, so yeah, feeling more like spring instead of the last few days of winter. Now through this evening, we are expecting to see those temps gradually drop into the 60s, then 50s as we head towards around 8, 9 o'clock. So once again, as soon as that sun drops, that air will cool off fairly quickly. Low temperatures early tomorrow will likely be close to 40 for many of us. Have a look at that full forecast in just a little bit.
All right, thanks for that, Riley. The Senate is officially considering the President's American Rescue Plan. While Republicans say they'll slow the process down, Democrats say this bill will get passed no matter how long it takes. Skylar Henry breaks down where things stand.
The Senate will come to order.
As the Senate prepares to vote this week on the $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill, Republicans are pushing to delay the process. Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson has threatened to force a full reading of the bill on the floor.
All I'm trying to do is make this a more deliberative process. Obviously shine the light on this abusive and obscene amount of money.
We Democrats want America to hear what's in the plan.
Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the Senate will stay in session for as long as it takes to get to a vote.
The time is now to move forward with big, bold, strong relief.
With weekly unemployment claims ticking up slightly last week, the Senate relief proposal is expected to maintain the House-passed $400 weekly enhanced unemployment benefits through August, though some Republicans are calling for the amount to remain at the current $300 per week. President Biden has continued his public push to get the bill passed, and he says success on the American Rescue Plan could build momentum on his other legislative priorities.
We have a number of meetings with Republicans on the coronavirus bill.
The president and top health officials have slammed the loosening of COVID restrictions in Mississippi and Texas this week, saying now is not the time to let up. Thursday, Alabama Governor Kay Ivey announced she will maintain her state's mask requirement for only one more month.
Today, Georgia Senator John Ossoff urging the Senate to pass the bill. He says 1 in 3 households are struggling to pay for everyday expenses, and they need help now.
And it is the role and responsibility of Congress to step in and get emergency relief directly to the American people so that folks can stay in their homes, so that folks can stay on their feet, feed their families, afford the basics, and weather this storm.
Today, Senator Ossoff also securing a pledge to fund housing at military posts in Georgia, including Fort Gordon. It happened during questioning of Shalanda Young, Biden's nominee for Deputy Director of the Office of Management and Budget. Ossoff asked for her commitment to make sure Fort Gordon and Fort Benning have enough federal resources. She responded saying, quote, "You absolutely have my commitment." She says her partner was actually born at Fort Gordon and grew up in Augusta. Security is on high alert at the U.S. Capitol after repairs. Once they're done, there will be a boil water advisory. Legendary golfer Tiger Woods still recovering from a terrible car accident. Now investigators looking into factors at play in the crash. Riley?
Well, we are hitting the 70s this afternoon, and that will likely be the warmest we stay for at least the next several days. Look at that full forecast coming up.
Attention. Have your zip code and location ready to qualify. Call 800-475-6702. That's 800-475-6702.
Just into our newsroom, we now have the photos of the suspects in the missing persons case turned homicide investigation. 22-year-old Chandler Smith was reported missing in October. Now, investigators say they believe he was shot and killed. They are looking for any evidence that would lead them to his body. 2 suspects are being held in the Aiken County Detention Center. John Williamson and Serafin Leyva Jr. were arrested in November. They were charged with Smith's kidnapping. Today, they arrested Ricardo Negrete and charged him with accessory to murder. The other 3, police believe, fled to Mexico. If you have any information, call the Aiken County Sheriff's Office. We've got the number there on your screen. As Tiger Woods continues his recovery process, the LA Sheriff's Department is investigating the crash. They are now using the black box in the Genesis that he was driving to determine what factors played into the wreck. Miguel Almaguer has the latest on the car crash that seriously injured the legendary golfer.
Just look at that vehicle. It literally broke apart there.
The critical seconds just before impact are the focus of sheriff's investigators, working to determine what caused Tiger Woods' SUV to cross over the median, 2 lanes of traffic, and end up in this condition on a sunny Southern California morning. The department has issued a search warrant to extract data from the vehicle's data recorder.
And they're going to go through it and see if they can find out what was the performance of the vehicle, what was happening at the time of impact.
The so-called black box, similar to this one, is expected to contain the vehicle's speed, lane positioning, and driver actions for up to 5 seconds before the accident. The 2021 Hyundai Genesis Woods was driving also comes equipped with advanced safety systems, including lane keeping assist and automatic emergency braking.
So the question is, how did this vehicle end up going, nearly 400 feet down the opposite lane and then crashing into a berm with all these advanced systems? Were they actually activated? Were they turned off?
Experts say investigators will also look into driver distraction as a potential cause.
If the driver is to link their cell phone into that vehicle's infotainment system, then yes, that can be recovered from the car itself. If the driver is texting on their phone, then the phone itself can also be forensically examined.
With no sign of impairment, the Sheriff's Department is not seeking a warrant to obtain a sample of Wood's blood, which might indicate if he was under the influence of medication.
The first step in obtaining a search warrant is you have to have evidence of impairment. Without it, you just don't get the search warrant.
Officials say Woods has no memory of the crash, increasing the importance of data analysis to find the final missing pieces of this tragic puzzle.
Experts say it really shouldn't take them more than a few days to analyze the black box. Other investigators may be doing some follow-up interviews and looking for surveillance video along the route, but we're glad his recovery is continuing. Taking a look outside, Riley, it has been an absolutely beautiful day today, though I admit when I got up this morning and came into work, it did not exactly feel the best. Going out for lunch, though, that was a completely different story.
It is definitely the time of two seasons this time of year to where you have to get that jacket on early, but you should be able to shed it fairly quickly, and that's going to be a similar situation for Friday. Not expecting the 70s like what we're seeing this afternoon, but it should be another beautiful day tomorrow. Here's a current look just off Deansbridge Road. This is by the Augusta EMA Training Facility. A beautiful afternoon, just tracking that sun sinking lower in the horizon. We're 72 degrees currently inside Bobby Jones. Bushfield has been able to get a little bit warmer. They've been hovering around 73, 74 this afternoon. Winds are calm inside the metro, but other places are seeing a west-northwest wind anywhere between around 5 to 10. Those temperatures, most of the area, actually the entire viewing area is currently at least at 70 degrees. You're finding a little bit warmer spots. Bushfield's at 73, Louisville, you're at 74, Thompson 72, and up in Wilkes County, Washington, you're joining the 70-degree club this afternoon. Now, inside the metro, once again, we just looked at that tip for Daniel Field. Daniel Field is once again going to be one of the warmer spots out there tonight. So if you live inside interior Augusta, we are expecting those low temperatures to most likely stay in the mid-40s. Outside of the metro, though, it's going to be another chilly start. We're expecting those lows early Friday morning to most likely bottom out into the upper 30s by tomorrow morning. Those high temperatures tomorrow, once again, not quite as warm as today. Actually, should be about 10 degrees cooler in our South Carolina counties. Well, they'll stay in the upper 50s to close to 60 for places like Johnston, Edgefield, Saluda, even Aiken, most likely going to stay away from the 60s. But for us on the Georgia side of the Savannah River, a little bit warmer for us. Should be able to see at least mid to low 60s later into the afternoon. Now, we do have sunny skies, but we are tracking a dry front that's going to be dropping south of us. High pressure towards our north as that continues eastward. It's just going to help funnel down some cooler air as we roll into the weekend. Now, Saturday, we were talking about a very low chance to maybe see a few raindrops. Not expecting anymore. We should stay completely dry Saturday and Sunday. Those high temperatures, once again, just a little bit below average. Should see more sunshine by Sunday, but do expect a few clouds to be rolling through on Saturday. Heading into next week, not expecting that cooler air to stick around all too long. We should be close to 70 by Tuesday afternoon, but keep in mind, we are going to see some chilly nights. We are expecting to get down close to freezing, waking up Sunday and Monday morning.
All right, thanks for that. Hey, it's been nice. We're enjoying it for now. If you download free apps, you might have lost some money when companies charge you that full annual price. As Jamie Tucker explains, Americans lose millions every year through free trials that come with some strings attached.
And most of us have been burned by free trials. The FBI even says about 60% of Americans have ended up paying for something they did not want because of free trials. It's a shrewd business model for many of these companies who are banking on our forgetfulness. And it's no wonder free trials make money. We subscribe to so many things now. Amazon Prime, Netflix, Spotify, Apple, Google products, and then there are the apps with free trials. Reface was the last to go viral, offering a free 3-day trial to make funny videos. When the trial is up, you're charged $25. Not only that, but you have to cancel the trial within 24 hours or be charged the full amount. Here's a secret the companies don't want you to know. As soon as you download and sign up for a free trial, head over to your settings. On an iPhone, in settings, you'll see subscriptions you've signed up for, including the free trials. Tap on the one you just signed up for and then cancel. You'll still be able to use the app until the trial ends, and you'll never be charged. On an Android phone, go to the App Store, tap your picture, choose subscriptions, and cancel right away. You'll still be able to use the free trial until it ends. Now, if you do forget, contact Apple or Google immediately. In some cases, they will issue a refund, but there's no guarantee. Also, be discerning about which apps you download and sign up for with your credit card information. Doing that may save you a lot of money. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Definitely some news we can use there. The Better Business Bureau says people who do get stuck paying for subscriptions they don't want lose an average of $186. Americans are facing more and more student debt every day. When we come back, how employers are stepping up to lessen that economic burden.
Attention homeowners.
Folks.
Hi, I'm Fatima, a lawyer with the Untitled Law Firm. How can I help you today?
Hi, we're still having some issues with medical bills from a car accident a couple weeks ago.
Let me get a little more information from you. Where did the accident happen?
Well, it was,
Together as a community, we will get through this and come out stronger and more vibrant on the other end. Here at the Eichholz Law Firm, we continue to work for you. No matter your circumstances, a call or video conference is all it takes to have the best team on your side.
Student debt in the U.S. still on the rise, topping $1.7 trillion. But as Sharon Epperson reports, some employers and even the federal government are taking steps that could help lessen the burden.
All extra money goes towards the loan.
31-year-old Aaliyah Gibson, a human resources specialist for New York Life, spends a third of her budget paying off her student debt. But she's not tackling her college loans alone. She's getting help from an often untapped source, her employer.
The program pays out $10,200 over the course of 5 years, and it's $170 per month.
According to the Society for Human Resource Management, about 8% of organizations offer student loan repayment assistance as an employee benefit. Vault, a leading technology platform that helps companies navigate that process, says employers now have a new incentive.
Now is a perfect time for employers to intervene.
That's because the COVID-19 relief package that passed last December now allows employers to make contributions of up to $5,250 a year to their employees' student debt, tax-free, through 2025. Employees don't have to pay taxes on those contributions either. And Gibson says there's another big bonus.
You, one, are saving money on not paying interest, and you're paying down the principal, which is the name of the game to paying off your student loans.
Borrowers got a break from accruing interest and making monthly payments on their federal student loans, starting in March under the CARES Act. And after one of President Biden's first executive orders, that pause will now last until at least October 1st. But it's temporary relief.
A pause only delays the inevitable, which is the student loan debt still exists
and can play a significant role in future wealth.
Studies show black young adults start their careers with more student debt than white young adults do, and that disparity grows over time. Having employers, the government, and individual borrowers work on paying down student debt is a strategy Gibson hopes can help close that racial wealth gap.
We are expecting high temperatures to be a little bit cooler the next few days. Should stay into the 60s through the weekend. Now look at that full 7 day just after the break.
It's game over.
Community calendar, there's a small business expo Saturday from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the Harlem Library in Columbia County. It is free. There will be over 50 vendors, bounce houses, and a whole lot more. Should be great out there as we head into our Saturday. And the weather does look dry on Saturday, so hopefully be a great time. Let's take a look at those low temperatures the next few mornings. It is going to be chilly, so you'll definitely need that coat waking up the next few mornings. Expected to wake up in the upper 30s Friday and Saturday, and then actually Sunday and Monday morning are anticipated to be the coolest starts over the next 7 days, and potentially getting close to freezing. We are still in that time of year to where we can still see freezes. We usually don't see our last freeze across the viewing area till we get towards the end of March and then the first week or so of April. So it does vary a little bit across the viewing area. For Bamberg, y'all usually see your last freeze towards last week or so of March. Augusta, most likely the last day of March. Now, this is just based on averages. We can definitely see a freeze past these dates, but in general, this is just what it works out to be the average value for that. Now, we are starting to see some stuff bloom, so once again, just protect those plants if you have anything outside that's sensitive heading into Saturday night and Sunday night as well. Nice forecast, though. Not expecting any rain over the next 7 days. I cannot remember the last time I've been able to say that, folks. It has been a very long time. Temperature-wise, next week we are expecting to warm up. Should see the 70s again by next Tuesday, and then gradually getting warmer towards Thursday, where we could get into the upper 70s.
All right, thank you, Riley. Still to come, teachers in the two-state on the verge of being eligible for the COVID vaccine. How school districts are preparing. The news continues here in less than 3 minutes. First at 5, we're back in bed.